Back to the top of the order, lead off Lusky and make himself an absolute champion here with a Grand Slam opportunity. He's caned it. He's caned it. It's going. It's a Grand Slam. Lusky new legend. 432-foot Grand Slam. It is. Bulldogs 1. Twitches 2. Awesome. Okay, so let's sim all the other games in the competition. Zip, they've been done. Oh, there are no other games. This is it. That's right. We're on the final day, final episode. Not final day because there's 3 games, so it's probably 3 separate days. But final episode. I knew what I meant. Right, let's have a look and see what we've got for the next game. Pretty Weaver Prepares can't just replace me. I need to bring him back in because he's in fairly good form. Lusky's back. Okay, well, who else can go right fielder? Who's in the side? Shaman, where's he playing? Catcher. That's perfect. Shaman. Moss, you're gone. Lusky's back. Can't really fit Weaver for Prez in. He's going to have to sit on the bench. Lusky, Shaman, Archer, DBGaming, Bogdoggles, Benny, Obi. I don't mind that order either. And Colonel Failure will be the pitcher. I gather he's fully fit. Yep. So we're going to game 4. So I guess we're going to go into game 4. That makes sense, doesn't it? Let's do that. Let's go into game.
Twitchers Baseball is brought to you by these fine sponsors. Power Masculine Deodorant Spray. When your balls go foul, you need Power. The Propane Transport Association. When you're down on the farm and you want to keep warm,
Propane.
The law offices of Boy Do We Cheat 'Em and How, where our motto is chasing ambulances isn't always a bad thing. Chico's Bail Bonds, helping you remain at large since 1956. And North Dakota brand Weasel Meat. Weasel, the other yellow meat.
How can Lon Polo's mojo be going up? We've shut him down for 2 games in a row after tearing us a new one in game 1. Okay, so KO Nyomo is pitching for them. We've got leadoff Lusky back, playing, well, you guessed it, leadoff. Name says it all. He's back. Ah. Well, those ones just dropped straight in the dirt. That's one away. Lucky Shaman. Oh, stay in. Stay in. Good night.
Yeah, baby.
There's another homer for the homeless. The Twitchers have teamed up with North Dakota brand Weasel Meat products to help feed the homeless in our broadcast area. For every home run the Twitchers hit this season, North Dakota brand Weasel will provide $100 worth of Weasel burgers, Weasel franks, Weasel breakfast sausage patties and links to local homeless shelters. Weasel, the other yellow meat. North Dakota brand Weasel, a Burbank Allied Industries company, is a proud sponsor of Twitchers Baseball.
It's Mojo. It doesn't follow City Immortal rules. I agree. It certainly does in this game. Captain Archer. Oh, he's underneath that. There was one down the pipe, but he got under it. Fly ball out to centre field. That's 2 away. The man of the legend, Tom Griss. Well, he catches one on the end of the bat, drags it across to third base, but won't be able to beat the throw. And it's an early strike, gets us running. 1-0, bottom of the first. Pitching for us, Colonel Failure. But he's a YouTuber. What's he doing in the Twitches? Ah, shut up. He's an honorary one, all right? What's he got? What's he got? What has he got? He's got a 4-seam, a 2-seam, slider, curveball, and a change-up. He's got everything. Oh. That's a bit wild and woolly there, Captain. It's Colonel, thank you. Sorry. How about that? It's a strikeout.
The first baseman, Cat Stanza.
Colonel spits at that name. I spit in your general direction. Actually, it wasn't in general direction. It was towards first base, but still. Never get facts get in the way of a good story. How's that? Grab ya. Colonel on fire early. He's got 2 strikeouts. Well, here's the guy on fire with strikeouts against the guy who's on fire hitting him over the fence. What a battle. Ball foul. Real shame that. Impartiality. Oh, I was impartial. Actually, I was quite partial to that, to be honest. Bognoggers fields it at second base. And Long Bolo couldn't run long enough. He's gone. That's 3 up and 3 down. Nice start. Plus Long Bolo's now gone now for an inning or 2 maybe. Hopefully. DBGaming. Ooh, low one. Once again, that's not quite right. Just under it. I mean, only just. Caught it right field. That's oh so close. Basher Bognoggis. That's gone. Bye.
Yeah, baby.
There's another homer for the homeless. The Twitchers have teamed up with North Dakota brand Weasel Meat Products to help feed the homeless in our broadcast area. For every home run the Twitchers hit this season, North Dakota brand Weasel will provide $100 worth of Weasel burgers, Weasel franks, Weasel breakfast sausage patties, and links to local homeless shelters. Weasel, the other yellow meat. North Dakota brand Weasel, a Burbank Allied Industries company, is a proud sponsor of Twitchers baseball.
So they should be. Night Owl Benny. Three straight balls. Make a throw a strike. Couldn't throw one. Benny will take a walk. Obiwan, B-O-B. 1 on, 1 out. Oh, just swung away at the last minute.
That's low. Too low.
Can't beat the shortstop. This might be a double play too. It is. Ah, damn. Got a bit of bat on it too. But too close to the shortstop. He's able to cut it off. And we double our lead to 2. Bottom of the second.
Now batting, the left fielder, Billy Jones.
And he's tense as well. Which, as I said before, is good for camping, not so good for baseball. Fooled ya. Got him! Another strikeout for the Colonel.
The second baseman, Floyd Cook.
Oh, killed someone in about the 5th row, but it's foul. Killing someone in the 5th row, you expect that to be foul. No, that's not quite what I meant. Fly ball to right field. Sharman comes in. Does a double twist and a half somersault to impress the Russian judge and takes the catch. Dang it. Let's jam him with that one inside. Now what? Yeah, that's when the now what's come in. Strike 3 here and another strikeout for the Colonel. We go to the top of the 3rd, leading 2-0. And the Colonel is up next. One of our pitchers hit a home run this year. I can't remember which one it was.
The pitcher, number 36.
Was it the Colonel? I don't remember now. Oh, I let go for a check swing then, didn't that? Well, that one's not going over the fence. 3 of them there could raffle it.
The catcher,
Back to the top of the order. Lead off Lusky. Oh, we'll go out of play. Go, go, go. Blow it out to the field. Go! Jeez. I would have leaned over the fence and caught that. That was high. So's that. Full count. Gee, fooled me beautifully. That started high, but oh, yeah, another high ball, and it dropped beautifully.
25.
Good pitch. Lucky Sherman. God, she's spraying them everywhere. What's she up to here? Probably trying to put off my timing. It's working well. Dragged that one to first base, and that's a quick out. And we've not scored this time. Still in lead by 2. I think it's time for this then, isn't it? That.
This broadcast is the intellectual property of the Twitchers and Mavs League Baseball. Any use of the accounts, descriptions, or highlights of this game without the expressed written consent of the Twitchers and MLB is strictly prohibited and, one could argue, quite silly.
I still disagree. I don't think anyone can argue that. It would just be quite silly. Strike 3, you're out. That's another strikeout for the Colonel. He's brought his A game today.
Anonymous.
Oh. Really? I thought that ball was about there. Would you like these glasses? They cut out blue light. They might actually help you see as well. I don't know. Oh, this has gone straight up. Lusky can catch this. Not only can he catch it, he does. That's 2 away. It's wasted those fast ones inside if it's not a strike. I don't know. That's another strikeout for the Colonel. Go to the top of the 4th, leading by 2. Let's go. Have we got a let's go on here somewhere?
Now back, the center fielder, number 28.
Captain Archer. Whoa. That was probably a good one. Almost got it around the bag. Oh. Well, 3 practice hits there before he decides to put one out the centre field to get on first base.
Now batting, the third
Brings up the man, the legend,
69.
Tom Griss. Oh, yow! I think the pitcher is dead. Oh, right between the eyes. That's a cracker. A skull cracker at that, I think. KO's been KO'd. JD comes and takes the place. Ow. Injured. Very injured indeed. This is DBGaming. Oh, has he got enough? He got plenty of wood on it. I don't know if it's going to go far enough to get out of the field. To be caught at the warning track. If everybody had stayed at home, I probably could have advanced a runner there.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 3.
So runners on first and second, 1 out. Basher Bognogus. Oh god, this is double play territory. Got one.
The left fielder, number 12.
That puts runners on the corners. But unfortunately 2 out. Night Owl Benny. Oh, that didn't come back at all. And that was too soon. So was that. Couple of off-speed pitches and threw my timing completely out, and we leave 2 runners stranded. They get away with that. Although we did take out their pitcher with a nice beanball between the eyes. KO got KO'd. We can see now why she's called KO.
Now back, the third baseman, Madoka Hayata.
Oh, how's the Colonel going? He's going pretty well. He's locked in. He's still got plenty of stamina. Okay, let's continue. Strike 3, you're out. And another one for the Colonel. Look at that grin. He's a grin from ear to ear. Why wouldn't you? Oh, that's a nice hit. That's going to get past the centre fielder. Will they go for second? They will. And they'll make it comfortably. It's a 1-out double.
Now batting.
Oh, God.
Right fielder.
Not the time to have somebody on base.
Follow.
The Colonel's not afraid of this guy. He's got him once. That would have been interesting. But he's got him caught at shortstop.
Fielder.
And the Colonel, Lombolo has met his match in the Colonel. Colonel's not phased at all. That's 2 away, still a runner on second. Strike 3, you're out! High heat inside. Colonel on fire. Top of the 5th. It's only a 2-run ball game as well as we're pitching. We're not putting any runs on the board.
Now batting. The first baseman.
Obiwan, B-O-B. Oh, that was an interesting pitch. Oh, that's... I cannot get the pace of this pitcher. We got that one nicely, but hit it straight to third base, unfortunately. But that was the best timed one so far.
36.
Well, the Colonel's definitely getting a bat. We're not taking him out yet. Should have wasted some pitches, Colonel. Let him get 2 strikes before you throw the bat. Yeah, can we go back and do that again?
Now batting. The catcher.
We're back to the top of the order. Lead off Lusky. Smacks that straight into the ground, bounces up to the shortstop, and that was a short inning. We really need to wear this pitcher out. She's not working out her timing. Bottom of the 5th, still leading by 2. There's not a lot of run scoring being done tonight. Only got 3 runs in the first game. Only made 2 in this one.
Baseman. Lloyd Cook.
Oh, really? Well, this could be fair. It will be fair. And it's going to be a 2-base hit.
Now batting.
Sort of a gentle
Fielder. Damian Rush.
ball into the right field. Keep wasting that fastball inside. Oh God. Don't waste it down here, knocking his velocity. Oh, his velocity's still hanging in there. Okay. Got him! That's another strikeout for the Colonel. He's definitely on fire. Well, they're saying he's locked in, but I'm saying he's on fire. It's my game, so my rules. Oh shit, not there! Oh, that was lucky. He actually put one out in the middle of the plate. Oh, his first car park pitch of the day, and took them so much by surprise they forgot to put it in the car park. Whew! But the runners advanced to third, but there's 2 outs. Ah, too slow. Nothing can do about the run, and they've scored. She smashes one out to left field. Here's their pitcher. Are they going to take the pitcher out? No, they're not. Really? Bit harsh. Strike! 3, you're out. But they're on the board. We got a ball game. We go to the top of the 6th and it's now 2-1. The Colonel will continue. First up for us in this inning, Lucky Shaman. We hope he is. Oh. Not with that one. Or that one. Can't work out this picture. See, that was too high. And that's a fly ball. Almost an infield fly ball. One away. Here he is. Tree trunk arms. Archer. I can't tell. Get past. Yes. It's a gentle straight hit from Archer. Just gets past second base. Out to centre field for a base hit.
The third baseman, number 69.
The man, the legend, Tom Griss. Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. Tom says, I have. It's going, it's going, it's going. Caught on the fence. God damn, he's going to have to run back now, isn't he? It's going to be a double play. God, that was a home run, so I sent him. Ah. That hurts. I got all of that. Must be a wind blowing through that gap in the field there to stop that from going for a home run. Right, we're at the bottom of the 6th. Colonel's continuing. Get over there and catch it. Oh, they're starting to wear him down now. They've had enough of him. Got him! Yes, I've got her.
The first baseman, Pat Stanza.
Such tension, such stress. You'd think it was a bloody final. It is. Oh. Wow, she got heaps of that. Thank God that went foul. Yee. Oh, I don't know what to use. Just hitting everything. Got her! Oh shit. The only good thing is there's nobody on bases, so it's only worth 1. But we're only lead by 1, so we can't even afford that. Well, Colonel's going to take him on. You know he's gonna.
Don't forget to get your slugger aid. Drink slugger.
The Colonel is afraid of no one. Oh, he splits the difference of third base and shortstop and gets on base. Ouch.
Now back, the left fielder, Eli Jones.
He's tense. I hope that plays into our hands. I don't think we'll get a double play. We'll have to take for the first one. We didn't need the double play. I only need one out. Stay on top of what's going on. No, that sounds like a sensible thing to do. Right, top of the 7th. We still lead by 1. This has been bloody hard work today. Trying to find those runs. DBGaming. I've got no idea about this picture. Maybe it's a left-handed pitching. I know I've had left-handed pitchers before. Just something about this one.
The second baseman, number 3.
Basher Bognogus. He's got 1 home run today. I think we're going to need another one. See, I got no idea. That's fair. Run, baby, run. Oh, it's foul. Well, it's fair. Whoa. Tries to split the difference. Beats third base, but doesn't beat the shortstop.
The left fielder, number 12.
It's all up to you, Benny. It's night time. This is your time. Let's do it. He says, I'm going to try. But I think he's got under it. Yeah, he hasn't even got to the warning track. But he got plenty of it, but too much up and not enough out. And he's out. You know what that means? Apart from all that noise, it means something else. That.
Welcome to the 7th inning stretch. How about you stretch your legs on over to the concession stand and grab a North Dakota brand weasel meat sandwich. No fillers or preservatives, and our patented blend of herbs and spices will tickle your tongue with amazing flavors. And don't forget to wash it down with a Buzz Light beer. Now head on over before the lines get too long. Are you looking for something exciting and different to throw on the grill for your weekend barbecue? Try ground weasel patties and weasel franks from North Dakota brand Weasel Meat Products Incorporated. Made with 100% free-range weasels. Our patented musk gland removal process and special blend of herbs and spices give you that one-of-a-kind rodent consumption experience unavailable from any other brand. Guaranteed fresh and free of additives and fillers. North Dakota brand Weasel, a Burbank Allied Industry, is the official rodent meat product of Twitchers Baseball. Weasel, the other yellow meat. It's that time of year again, and before you know it, your kids will be starting baseball and soccer. Not only that, it's also time for adult softball, tennis, pickleball, squash, handball, and golf leagues to begin play. Dr. Turner Hedenkoff and all the highly trained personnel down at Tri-County Sports Medicine Associates wants you to know that when you have your pre-participation evaluation with them, you'll be in really good hands. Tri-County accepts all types of health insurance and even has their own in-house same as cash financing. Let's face it, nobody looks forward to a sports physical, but Tri-County does their best to make sure yours will be less stressful. They offer such amenities as subdued lighting, incense, candlelight exam rooms, and a specialty selected playlist of your favorite Barry White tunes, piped in over the intercom system. Schedule your pre-participation physical today at Tri-County Sports Medicine Associates, a Burbank Allied Industries company.
My name is Hank, and I ain't sure about much, but I do know one thing.
Come on, pig! Piggy! Come on,
Everyone wants their hogs to be a little fatter. When my wife buys new pants, she swears that me stressing her out is making her gain weight. Now what I'll do is I'll come to you climbing there with that mean SOB hog and get them all riled up and stressed out so you don't have to. Everyone knows with stress comes weight gain, and my services will cost you less than a bag of feed. They say if you do what you love, you won't work a day in your life. And that's why I'm harassing hogs for you. Call me at Hank's Hog Harassing, 1-900.
Ask me to work out what that number is. Right, let's get back to the bottom of the 7th. It's leading by 1. We scored a couple early, but we've fallen to a hole, and they're trying to claw their way back into this and keep this series alive. The Colonel will continue this, possibly his last inning. He's pitched 86 pitches now. And they were starting to get hold of him in that last inning. Oh, God. That's not helping. Colonel, what did you drink during that break? That's 3 balls. Full count. What have you got for us, Colonel? Ooh. Got him! Yes!
Center fielder, now batting, Nick Steele.
Yeah, they come. They're starting to bring in some fresh blood now as it gets down to the pointy end. The umpire giving Colonel a signal. Hang on, why is the umpire giving the Colonel a signal? That's a bit sus. Sorry, I had to. Oh, I love when it's in the grey area. No, he's not going to be able to walk over that. He's going to have to dive. But if he dives, usually they'll block it. But he dived straight past it, so he didn't even block it. That's a base hit. You're between a rock and a hard place. It's too far to walk and too close to dive. Redeems himself there with a nice catch at shortstop. Oh, God. I'm losing my control over the Colonel now. Oh, he's hit that one straight down the throat of Night Owl Benny. And that's side away. Top of the 8th, still leading by 1. We've got the close one today. We got the only one today. That's right, there are no other games. We're it.
The first baseman, number 42. Now in the game, Tish Ballin.
Obiwan, B-O-B, goes after the first pitch. Gets under it. And a fly ball to left field.
Number 36.
And I think the Colonel's out here. So it's time to give him a rest. Let's see. I think we'll bring in the Weave.
Now batting, number 26.
Weaver for prayers. Oh, he got plenty of that, but drags it foul. Oh, going for that too. Well, wasting some pitches, which is good. Oh, Weaver for Prez is on base as he smacks that up to centre field. Went back to the top of the order now.
Now batting, the catcher.
Chance to give us some breathing space here. If he can get on it, he's tense though. It's lead off Lusky. Now we've finally got Shay D out of it. Linus Digby comes in now. It's a new pitcher. Hasn't got much in the way of accuracy. That was a good one, though. Oh, no! How unlucky is that? Smacked it straight down the throat of first base. With a double play. Oh, that hurts. That hurts a lot. Okay. It's going to be just Dwayne, I suspect. To come in for pitching duties to try and get this game complete. 2 innings to go. Bottom of the 8th. Still leading by 1. Hanging on. At the moment we've got 1 finger on the trophy. Yeah, their pitcher's coming straight back out. Strange to have brought him in at the time they did if he was coming up in the lineup that quickly. DB manages to get that one on foot without having to dive. And it's 1 away. Hey, yatta! What's Dwayne got? He's got a 4-seam, 2-seam, cut fastball and a curveball. Wow, wasn't that about there somewhere? And he's called that. Wow, I'm not getting a lot of help here from the ump. Oh, that's a nice one up the middle. And they're on base.
Now batting, the first baseman, Cat Stanza.
And Cat Stanza comes up and locked in. Look at those stats, they're all well up. What's Dwayne got? Can you do something about that? He says, I'm going to try. Oh, come on. The ump's going to try and not help us, though. Oh, come on. You cannot be serious. We won't get the double play, but we should get the one at first.
Now batting, the right fielder,
Oh my God. Dwayne, can you take this guy on? Give us your honest opinion. I'm going to try, boss. Okay.
Way energy drink. Now with the
Strike 3, he got him! Yes! Woo! Nice work, Dwayne. Oh. Wow. He tore us a new one in game 1 and we haven't seen him since. And bloody good job too. As Miguel Duke comes in and take over pitching duties at the top of the 9th. Still leading by 1. What a game. Lucky Sharman's up first. He has a home run.
number 25.
We'd like another one. I tried to check swing that, damn it. Almost. Almost. Not quite timed it. It's gone to centre field for the catch. And it's 1 away.
Number 28.
Tree trunk arms, Captain Archer. He's 2 of 3, so he's hitting them. Ha! Got a funny bounce off the pitcher's mound with that one as he smacked it back the pitcher. Bounces through to centre field and he's on base.
The third baseman, number 69.
The man, the legend, Tom Griss. Has he got the gap? He has, and he's on base as well. We might get someone on the third here. Might even get him home. No, we won't.
Now batting,
Runners on the corners.
number 29.
How many out? 1. Oh God, double play, isn't it? Oh, the only thing we couldn't afford, a double play. Oh no. I was thinking about bunting him too. Oh damn. Can I have that again? I've changed my mind, I'm going to bunt that one. I can't? Oh.
Now batting, the
Well, it comes down to this then, doesn't it? We are 3 outs away from the title with a 1-run lead. I'm too old for this shit. Dwayne, have you got it in you? I don't know. Great pitch comes up the thing and umpire says ball. Well, it's not, is it? I love this game. No, chat, no! Don't do that! Oh, car park ball right over the middle of the plate at a slow speed. That should have been a 500-foot hit. And he hit it foul.
Vertigo's pizza. Delivery so fast, there are no toppings.
Bognoggers feeds it cleanly. Takes him cleanly by Obi at first.
The second baseman.
And there's 2 to go. Well, that's a nice hit. Not going to do much about that.
Now batting,
And that puts the winning run at the plate.
fielder.
Just saying.
Balling.
Well, you didn't have to say that. Yeah, well, I did. So now I'm going to do something about it. Oh, wild pitch, but got the strikeout. Oh, that could have gone anywhere.
The shortstop.
And we're 1 out away from the title. Oh, hang on, I just got to wipe the sweat away. Oh my God. Oh, this game. Somebody filled it. Got it. We win. We've got the title. We've won it. Twitchers are the world champions. Woo! Wow, that was a sloppy bit of fielding. That was almost not. Went between 3 fielders. And the Colonel gets thrown in the air there. That's a happy bunch of Twitchers if I ever see any. Probably throwing the Colonel up because he's a YouTuber, but well, there you go. We were world champions in season 1. Had a couple of seasons off. We're back to world champions in season 4. Whew. Well, what a defensive effort. 2 very, very low scoring games. 2-1. What a 3-0 and a 2-1. Admittedly on their turf. Still. Not dominant, but a win's a win. And boy, was that a win. Best part of that is it doesn't go to a deciding 5th game. It would have really been stressful. That was stressful enough. Thank you very much. And that will complete season 4. And we're back. Two runs early in first and second. And we were unable to find another score for the rest of the game. But they only managed to drag one back in the 5th. 8 hits to 7 in a very defensive effort. 2-1. And I think the Colonel will probably get the MVP for that effort. Let's have a look. Lusky, even though I gave him a game off so he could get back into some form, still didn't manage to do anything. Sharman got a hit, Archie got 3, Tom got 2, DB didn't have a game that time. Bognogus got 1, Benny and Obi didn't get it. It was definitely a pitcher's game, wasn't it? We got 8 hits and they got 7. We shut Long Ballo down again, which was great. Whew. 2 home runs. Sharman got a home run. Bognogus got a home run. So the homeless won't go hungry. That's another $200 worth of weasel meat for the homeless. Thanks to North Dakota brand. No home runs on their side. That's what I like to see. They didn't hit a home run at all in both games. They didn't even score in game 1. Or game 1 tonight. Game 1 at home. And they didn't score a home run again in that one. So the home fans have gone home runless. Colonel gets the win. 13 strikeouts. He came to play. Just Dwayne gets the save. And Nyomo gets the loss. No surprises there. The Colonel gets the MVP in the deciding game. Shady, one relief pitcher to come in after KO got KO'd. I don't know how she is, but she got absolutely slaughtered on the mound. Ball right between the eyes. And Bognogus gets 3rd. Wow, there you go. You've won the league championship. Yeah, baby. 3-1. After being taken to a deciding 5th game by the Power in the conference final, we've managed to avoid a deciding 5th game by a run. To take it 3-1. Winning the 2 games today, both on their turf. Just to rub the salt in. And that, my dear friends, is where we leave it for the season. Not just today. Season 4 is done. Now, we've got some lineup changes happening. I'll probably do some sort of draft thing for the off-season. Move some players around. I'll do that randomly, so there's no favouritism for that. But for us, we've got some players moving on. Let's go down. Tom Griss is staying with us, so is Bognogus, so is DB, so is Lusky, so is Obi. Unfortunately, so am I. Although, I'm seriously thinking about just being the manager of the side and not having me as a player. It's hard to leave me out, but when I put me in, I'm pretty crap. So, I'll have a think about that. I might not actually be in the side. Archer's staying with us. Cowscat's staying with us. Lucky Sharman will be moving on. Benny's staying with us. Now, Selena Valdez is definitely going on, but she's not actually a Twitcher. She's a fill-in. Same as Oprah House. Weaver, I think, is staying with us. Psyche's staying with us. Colonel's staying with us. Doom Pigeon's staying with us. Cripsy's staying with us. Ox is staying with us. I think BK's staying with us. Dwayne, I think, is moving on. And so is Kiki. So there'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 changes. We'll have 5 changes for next season. If I just bring down another 5 people that are coming. Those 5, by the way, aren't getting rubbed out of the game like I've done in the previous 3 seasons. Those players will just move to other teams. They'll still be in it. They just won't be playing for the Twitchers. So I'll keep them in from now on when players move. But the ones that will be coming in for us will have Floribel Birdies coming in, Crazy Chick, Happy Ponies, Freddy Gigi, and Remy Dirt will be the 5 new players coming into our side. That's for next season. I'm also thinking about bringing in 2 expansion teams. Which will be the Dynamos and the Big Shots. I think it's the Dynamos and the Big Shots. Well, I'll see whether they can turn up for 5 or 6. I'm still playing around with those 2 teams. Which gives us a full complement of 32, which is the maximum we can have. And I think they both have to go into the first division because it doesn't give you the option to add them to the other ones. Not that I can see anyway. Which means they probably come into the Wombat division. We'll have a group of 6, and Emu will have a group of 6 in the Green Conference. But that's for another day. So there'll be a bit of a layoff now, probably a few weeks while I stuff about with all that and see what we do with that. Thanks to everybody who's been a part of it. Everyone who's been a part of the team. Everyone who's supported the series. Whether watching YouTube. Hello those people on YouTube, by the way. Go back and watch all the previous seasons. They're all there, and these ones will be there during the week to complete this series on YouTube as well. All the people who have just watched. People who have been on chat, keeping me company. Everybody involved in one way or another. Much appreciated. So much so, we're going to do a 5th season. 2 conferences with 4 teams each. Yeah, I could change it, add an extra division to each one and say 2 conferences and 4 groups of 4 on each side. Might actually change it around. Actually, it's bring in 2 extra divisions so that everybody's got 4. Probably means I have to play a longer season too, because I had to play 34 games? So that I got to play everybody in the conference. Well, you get to, not everybody, but you get to play people in the other conference. If I had to play 32, which is the next option, you'd only play people on your own side and not play any of those teams on the other side, which is crazy. I don't want to just be stuck with the same 15 teams. I want to play some of the ones on the other side. So if I increase it by another 2 teams, I'd probably have to play 36. But that's just another 2 games. It doesn't hurt. I'll do that if I have to. So we get to play games against teams on the other side. But we'll work that out over the next few weeks. Thanks to everybody. From me, that's good night from the Twitchers Baseball Club.